everybody. I wanted to show you today how you could do a simple science experiment in your house, and it talks about the concepts of sinking and floating. Now, have you ever gone swimming before? Who here likes to swim? I do. And if you don't know how to swim yet, what is a way that you can float in the water? What do you use? Do you use floaties or water wings or a vest? Yeah, those things help your body stay up in the water. That's called floating. Can you say floating? Yeah. But if you didn't wear those water wings and you don't know how to swim, what would your body do? It would go under the water. That's called sink. So it's very important that you wear those floaties until you know how to swim, right? Because we don't want you to sink in the water. Well, today we are going to see if we can find some things that will sink in the water. But we're also going to see if any of those things float to the top, okay? There are different types of objects that you can use for this activity. I just went around my house and found a bunch of things that I had. Some of them might be heavy, which means they'll probably do what? Sink. And some of them are light, which means they will probably float. So I'm going to show you each item. I want you to guess what it's going to do. Is it heavy or light? Do you think it will sink or float? And then we're going to test our guess and see what happens, okay? So first we're going to think about it, and then we're going to watch it and see what it does. Then you know if you were right or wrong. And that's okay to be wrong, right? That's how we learn. All right, so the first thing we're going to try is some money. I have a quarter, and this quarter is small. It's a circle, but it is kind of heavy. So if I put this in the water, what do you think will happen? Will it float at the top or sink to the bottom? Take your guess. Okay, here we go. Let's check. It went straight to the bottom. It's sitting on the bottom. That means that it's sunk. It must be heavy, so it's sunk to the bottom. Wow! Did you get it right? Good for you. If you said it would float, that's okay. I bet there's going to be another toy here that might float. All right, I've got this cute little bunny toy. When you push it, it jumps. So it's light. It's made of plastic. Do you think if I put it in the water, it will sink or float? Take your guess. Okay, let's find out. It's floating. If I push it, will it go down? Oh, nope, he likes being at the top. The little bunny is floating in the water. Did you guess float? Good job. All right, let's see what else we have. Oh, I have this little mint in a plastic I could put in here. I don't know. Do you think it will sink or float? The mint is a little bit like the quarter. It's circle. It's a little bit heavy. Do you think it will float? Maybe, but it has plastic around it, and the plastic has air inside. So if there's air inside of it, do you think it will float at the top or sink to the bottom? Let's see. On the top. I think the air inside of this baggie is keeping it up at the top. Let's see what the mint will do if I take it out of the plastic baggie. Do you think now it will sink? Let's check. It did sink. Can you see it down there with the quarter? When I took it out of the plastic baggie, it sunk to the bottom because now there's no more air. And it's heavy. Wow, that was a cool experiment. All right, let's try some more things. I've got a plastic letter O, that I use when I'm practicing my letters. And it has some magnets on the back. And those magnets are a little bit heavy, but the circle is plastic. So I don't know. Do you think it will sink or float? What's your guess? All right, let's check. Whoa, I thought it was going to sink for a second because it went down, but now it's floating at the top. Whoa, so that plastic must be keeping it up at the top. Ooh, my mint is turning red. That's That's cool. All right, let's try some more. You guys are doing good at guessing. Let's see, I've got a plastic straw. It's thin, there's a hole inside. I see you. Do you think this will float or sink? Take your guess. Here we go. Whoa, it just sits at the top. It's floating. Even if you try to push it down, it does not want to sink. Cool. Did you get that one right? Good guess. Okay, let's do some more. I have a plastic tack that I use to hang things on my board. And the top is plastic and the tack is metal. It's a little bit heavy. Do you think this will sink or float? Take your guess. Here we go. Whoa, did you see that splash? It sunk right to the bottom with the mint and the quarter. Did you guess that? That was a hard one. Good job. All right, I've got a little Cheerio. That's a nice cereal to eat. Do you think the Cheerio will float or sink? When you eat cereal, does it sit on top of the water or does it sink to the bottom? Do you know what happens? The cereal floats. Look at that. Teeny tiny Cheerio floating in the water with the letter O and the bunny rabbit and the straw. This is fun. Thank you for guessing with me. Let's keep going. I have a marshmallow. Who likes to make s'mores? Me too. Now, if I put the marshmallow in here, do you think it will sink because it's heavy? Or do you think it will float because it's so puffy and airy? If there's air in it, it might do what? Float. Let's check. Did you guess float? You were right. Marshmallows are light and fluffy. They have air inside, and that helps them float. When you wear your floaties in the pool, it is filled with air or maybe a rubbery padding to help it float at the top and keep your body up. That's the trick. All right, I have a nut, a pistachio. I wonder if this one will sink or float. What do you think? Let's find out. Is it heavier than the water or lighter? I thought it was going to sink, but it's floating on the top with the Cheerio and the marshmallow. That tricked me. But that's okay. That's how you learn. Now I know that pistachios float on top of the water. All right, I've got a little clip here that I wear in my hair, like that. And I thought I'd see if this one can float or sink. What do you think the clip will do? Take your guess. Let's find out. It's sunk. Even though it's plastic, it's sunk to the bottom. It must be heavy because of those gears at the top. Wow. That was cool. Did you get that one right? That was a tricky one. All right, I got two more items. I've got a pick that I use with my guitar, and you strum with it. It's made of plastic. It's kind of shaped like a triangle. Do you think this will sink or float? Is it heavy or light? Has anyone ever touched a pick before? It sounds like this. It is heavy. Now it feels light when you touch it, but since it's so thick, it sunk straight to the bottom. Wow. I'm going to count and see how many things I have on the bottom that sunk and how many things I have on the top that float. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things on the top. 6 things are floating and 5 things sunk. Which one is more? 5 or 6? Yes, 6 is more than 5. I have more things that are floating and less things that have sunk. All right, so I have one more item. I want you to tell me what you think will happen to this little guy in his tractor. What will happen to this guy? Will he go down, 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 or float on the top? Take your guess. This is our last object. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, going down. Oh, he's floating. look at him. I think there must be some air inside his vehicle that's keeping him up. I wonder if he fills up with water, if he would sink to the bottom so he could drive down here. Nope. He's like half floating and half sinking. Look at him. He's half down, half up. So if you guessed float, you're right. If you guessed sink, you're also right. You got it, half and half. Good job, friends. I had so much fun doing this science experiment with you. You can go around your house and find different objects that you can use to practice floating and sinking. And you can take your guess and then see if you're right. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.